So you can see that.
Hey everybody, it's Max with PhoneArena.com. We are at CES 2014 in Las Vegas, Nevada, and we are at the Qualcomm booth. And I'm here with Sanjeev, who's one of the engineers at Qualcomm, based in San Diego. And we're looking here at two videos. Okay, I'm just going to do a quick span out. We got a Snapdragon 800 processing 4K video over a traditional LTE signal, and then over here we have a Snapdragon 800 processing 4K video over LTE Advanced, or carrier aggregation as the industry insiders call it. And so, Sanjeev, share with us a little bit of the background here. I'm going to zoom in and stuff so we can see the particulars, because the untrained eye, initially, you don't see this. So this is basically a video recording based on approximately, what, 7.5 megabits per second?
That's right, yeah. On this video, we're using 7.5 megabits per second average bitrate to reflect what a consumer might see in an actual LTE network.
Right.
Of course, the speeds could go up as high as 150 megabits per second, but this is more representative of what they'll get.
Right.
And so with a single channel LTE case, with 7.5 megabits per second, you can see a fair amount of pixelation in this 4K video.
And let me interject here real quick, in case, I don't know if you folks can see it here on the camera, we're trying, but you have some reflectance here from the ambient light and whatnot, but there is pixelation here as I point this towards the water in the sky, so you see a little bit of pixelation, a little bit of artifacting. Once you pay attention to it, it's very noticeable to the naked eye. And so that's what we got going with this, and this is what we could expect today in a traditional use case scenario for somebody processing 4K video over today's LTE signals here in the U.S.
Correct. Okay. I think it's more a question of what rate the content provider encodes the video at.
Sure.
In this case, it's 7.5 megabits per second.
Okay. So now we're going to come over here to the Qualcomm Snapdragon using LTE Advanced, and this one processing video over throughput of what, 15 megabits per second.
That's correct, yes. Yep. So over here what we're showing is LTE carrier aggregation, which allows you to accumulate or aggregate two channels together to provide a larger composite pipe. And so in this case, since you're aggregating two 10 megahertz channels, the bit rate is twice that as on just vanilla LTE, so it's about 15 megabits per second average bit rate.
And so there's still a little bit of pixelation, but nothing near what we saw on the previous monitor over there, which is pretty impressive. I mean, a wireless signal, and then it just begs the question about how much bandwidth do you really need to reliably handle 4K video, because I think we're starting to look at a situation here where the carriers and Qualcomm are going to start getting challenged, where it's going to be harder to keep up with the demand for rich content like this.
Absolutely, yeah. We're very much about rich content and fatter pipes. We reflect that on our modems as well as on our apps and multimedia subsystems to keep them not only capable feature-wise but also performing the best amongst our competition. Right. And so with the fatter pipes, you can imagine that 2 times carrier aggregation goes to 40 megahertz. So 2 times 20 megahertz as opposed to 2 times 10 as we're seeing here. We made a recent announcement about a product we will launch that will enable that. Right. So depending upon what operators and content providers want to do, Qualcomm's here to provide technology solutions in our chipsets.
Great. Well, that's good stuff. I really appreciate it, Sanjeev. Thanks for the insight and letting us see this in kind of a practical use scenario. I mean, we don't have phones yet that can display a 4K video, but it's nice to know that it looks like the throughput and the bandwidth is going to be there by the time our phones finally catch up with these TVs that are here. And what we're using are our Sony Bravia TVs. They were on display yesterday at Sony's event here at CES.
So we do have commercial handsets that are enabled with carrier aggregation device power here. So in the use case where a user is streaming 4K content through their phone to some kind of front-end device that connects to the TV, they could still use 4K content on their 4K TV.
Awesome.
Even though the screen on the device itself is not 4K.
Gotcha. Awesome. Good stuff. Qualcomm out of San Diego, California, still leading the charge here in the chipset business, and leading the way to make sure that we don't run out of stuff to do on our gadgets. Thank you again, Sanjeev.
Right, thanks a lot.
Check out more about CES, Snapdragon processors, Qualcomm, and other stuff here in Las Vegas at PhoneArena.com. We'll check out with you later.